What about Greece? There is something happening to Greece, to Europe, to democracy. This is not a new story. For the Greeks, the beginning lies in 1821 and the Greek Revolution. In those days, what occupies us today appeared alongside heroism and ideals. Discord, bankruptcies, extortionist borrowing, corrupt politicians, and conflicting interests of the great powers. When Greece wins its independence, thanks to the great power intervention, it is already bankrupt, thanks to the infamous English independence loans, when out of a £2.8 million loan collected only 508,000.
What?
The roots of today's fiscal calamity, though, go back to 1981, when government borrowing begins to increase. The governments that followed exacerbate the problem and deepen corruption. During those years, institutional and economic reform that would allow Greece to deal with its debts were undermined, and despite back-to-back scandals, no politician or private citizen is going to jail. The main poles of domestic corruption are mass media and construction companies. Foreign economic interests constitute another pole as lawless as domestic corruption. In the middle, you'll find a corrupt political system in the role of caretaker. Think simply of large government contracts and armaments. Ironically, the main protagonist in this corruption is made of German interests. The banking crisis of 2008 and the institutional inefficiency of the Eurozone led the suffering Greece to a fiscal impasse. Greece receives economic aid from the IMF, the EU and the ECB and is placed under severe fiscal controls. Measures imposed by the lenders are ineffective. They heavily hit the middle and lower classes without addressing the systemic problem. Democracy and national sovereignty are set aside along with reforms necessary for better justice, effectiveness and growth. To this day, these factors do not especially occupy the lenders. At the same time, similar catastrophic measures are applied in other European countries as well. Democracy, however, has two minimum preconditions: educated citizens and the minimum level of collective prosperity. Whenever either of these two collapses, democracy collapses too. And this is what occupies us today. It is not just about economy in Greece, it is about democracy in Europe. The essential question is, in what Europe do we place our hopes?